Providing detailed estimates for service changes can have unintended consequences. Firstly, it can lead to a loss of potential income because the customer may attempt to do the job themselves using your information, depriving you of compensation. Secondly, there is potential damage to your reputation. If the customer encounters difficulties during the job, they may blame you for the issues, even though they chose not to hire you. Thirdly, it erodes client trust because the customer may feel justified in not hiring you if they believe they can get the same service for free or at a lower cost. Therefore, you need to be more selective with information sharing. When providing estimates, only include essential details. Avoid revealing specific techniques or strategies that would enable the customer to complete the job themselves. You must also set clear expectations. Inform customers that estimates are for informational purposes only and do not imply a guaranteed outcome or serve as DIY instructions. Maintain professionalism. Even if a customer declines your services, handle the situation gracefully and maintain a positive relationship. Burning bridges is never a good strategy for long-term success. Revise your estimate process. Moving forward, include only high-level information in your estimates and avoid providing detailed guidance or step-by-step instructions. Educate customers. Explain that detailed estimates may not be accurate and that they should not be used as DIY instructions. Emphasize the value of your expertise and experience rather than relying solely on detailed explanations. Your knowledge and skills are what differentiate you from a customer attempting the job themselves. You may want to stay positive. Don't dwell on the lost opportunity. Use this experience as a learning moment to improve your business practices and refine your approach to providing estimates. Remember, your expertise has value. Do not give it away freely. A balanced approach involves providing enough information to justify your pricing while protecting your intellectual property and future business opportunities. Consider the legal implications. While unlikely, if a customer uses your detailed estimate and information to perform a job that results in property damage or injury, there could be legal ramifications. While you may not be directly liable, the customer may argue that they relied on your expertise and advice. Consult with a legal professional to determine the best way to protect yourself. This is especially relevant if your estimate included specific technical instructions that were followed. Some jurisdictions may have specific regulations or requirements for estimates provided to customers. Ensure you are complying with all applicable laws and regulations. Failing to do so could expose you to fines or other penalties. It may be beneficial to invest in professional development and training to enhance your skills and knowledge. This can increase the value you bring to your customers and justify your pricing. Staying up to date with the latest industry trends and best practices can also help you provide more accurate and reliable estimates. Consider using software tools. There are software tools available that can help you create professional and accurate estimates quickly and easily. These tools can also help you track your time and expenses, making it easier to manage your business. Look for software that allows you to customize the level of detail included in the estimate. It is possible to create different types of estimates. Consider offering different types of estimates based on the customer's needs. For example, you could offer a free preliminary estimate with limited details followed by a more detailed estimate for a fee. This allows you to gauge the customer's interest and commitment before investing significant time and effort into creating a detailed estimate. Ensure you have adequate insurance coverage to protect yourself from liability in case of accidents or injuries on the job site. Review your insurance policy regularly to ensure that it adequately covers your risks. Share your knowledge carefully. Consider offering training courses or workshops to customers who are interested in learning more about electrical work. This can be a way to generate additional income and build goodwill with your customers. However, be sure to emphasize the importance of hiring a qualified electrician for any complex or dangerous work. Always prioritize safety. Never provide information or guidance that could compromise the safety of the customer or others. Emphasize the importance of following all applicable safety codes and regulations. Document everything. Keep detailed records of all estimates you provide, including the date, customer name, job description, and price. This can be helpful if you ever need to resolve a dispute with a customer. Consider joining a professional organization or trade association. These organizations can provide you with valuable resources and networking opportunities. They can also help you stay up to date with the latest industry trends and best practices. Think about your marketing efforts. Highlight your expertise and experience in your marketing materials. Explain to potential customers why they should choose you over a competitor who may offer a lower price. Focus on the value you bring to the table, such as your attention to detail, commitment to safety, and dedication to customer satisfaction. Your reputation is crucial. Build a strong reputation by providing excellent service and treating your customers with respect. Positive word-of-mouth referrals are one of the best ways to grow your business. Understand cost factors in the service change. When preparing estimates, consider all the factors that can affect the cost of the service change, such as the complexity of the job, the materials required, the labor involved, and any permits or inspections that may be needed. Be sure to factor in your overhead costs, such as insurance, rent, and utilities. Your pricing should reflect the value you provide. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. Your time, expertise, and experience have value, and you should be compensated accordingly. Don't undersell yourself or your services. You may want to consider the scope of work. Carefully define the scope of work in your estimate. This will help to avoid misunderstandings and disputes later on. Be sure to clearly specify what is included in a price and what is not. It would also be wise to review your contracts with your clients. Have a clear and concise contract that outlines the terms of your agreement. This will protect both you and the customer in case of disputes. The contract should include a detailed description of the work to be performed, the price, the payment terms, and the timeline for completion. Remember, it is all about client communication. Communicate clearly and effectively with your clients throughout the entire process, from the initial estimate to the final completion of the job. Keep them informed of any changes or delays and be responsive to their questions and concerns. Doing so can build trust and strengthen your relationship with your client. Another thing to take into account would be the NEC or National Electrical Code. Be familiar with the NEC and any applicable local codes and regulations. This will ensure that your work is safe and compliant. If a customer questions something in the NEC, you can reference the specific article that dictates what needs to be done. Some examples include, but are not limited to, Article 220.12 for lighting load calculations for general use receptacles, Article 210.11 for branch circuits required, and Article 310.15 which covers ampacities for conductors. It's also vital to keep up with continuing education. Attend continuing education courses and workshops to stay up to date on the latest changes to the NEC and other industry standards. This will help you provide the best possible service to your customers. Then there are local regulations. Be aware of any local regulations or requirements that may apply to electrical work in your area. This could include permitting requirements, inspection requirements, or licensing requirements. It is very important to handle disputes professionally. If a customer is unhappy with your work, try to resolve the issue amicably and professionally. Listen to their concerns and try to find a solution that is fair to both parties. If you cannot resolve the issue on your own, consider mediation or arbitration. Another tip is to seek advice from other professionals. Don't be afraid to ask for help or advice from other electricians or contractors. It may have valuable insights or experience that can help you improve your business practices. Joining online forums or social media groups can also be a great way to connect with other professionals in your field. Always provide warranties on your work. Offer a warranty on your work to give your customers peace of mind. This will show them that you stand behind your work and are committed to their satisfaction. Be sure to clearly define the terms of the warranty in your contract. A good idea is to protect your intellectual property. If you have developed unique methods or techniques for performing electrical work, consider protecting them with patents or trademarks. This will prevent others from copying your work and using it to compete against you. Consider the payment schedule. Establish a clear payment schedule with your clients upfront. This will help to ensure that you are paid on time and that there are no misunderstandings about payment terms. Consider asking for a deposit upfront and then billing the remainder of the project in installments. The final consideration is to be mindful of safety requirements. Always prioritize safety on the job site. Wear appropriate safety gear such as safety glasses, gloves, and a hard hat. Follow all applicable safety codes and regulations. Never take shortcuts that could compromise the safety of yourself or others. Always assume electrical equipment is live until proven otherwise. Before working on any electrical equipment, always verify that it is energized using a reliable testing device. Lockout and tagout procedures are essential for preventing accidental energization of equipment. Use properly insulated tools and equipment. Avoid using tools or equipment that are damaged or in poor condition. Maintain a clean and organized work area. This will help to prevent accidents and injuries. Never work alone. If possible, work with a partner or colleague. This will provide an extra layer of safety in case of an emergency. Be aware of your surroundings. Pay attention to potential hazards such as overhead power lines, wet conditions, or confined spaces. Take precautions to mitigate these risks. In terms of safety meetings, conduct regular safety meetings with your team to discuss potential hazards and safety procedures. This will help to reinforce safety awareness and prevent accidents. Stay up to date on safety regulations. Keep up to date on the latest safety regulations and best practices. This will help you ensure that your work is safe and compliant. Report any accidents or injuries immediately. Promptly report any accidents or injuries to the appropriate authorities. This will help to prevent future accidents and ensure that injured workers receive the medical care they need. You may want to invest in safety training. Provide your employees with comprehensive safety training. This will help them understand the hazards of electrical work and how to protect themselves.